Hello everyone, I am Dr. Madhura, working as an assistant professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. Today, I'll be teaching a topic in numerical methods, Lagrange's formula for interpolation and inverse interpolation. We usually apply this formula for unequal interval values of x. Suppose y0, y1, y2, etc. up to yn are a set of values of an unknown function y is equal to f of x corresponding to the values of x, where x takes the value x0, x1, x2, etc. up to xn. Then Lagrange's formula is given by y is equal to f of x, which is equal to x minus x1 into x minus x2, etc. up to x minus xn, whole divided by x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, etc. up to x0 minus xn into y0 plus x minus x0, x minus x2, etc. up to x minus xn divided by x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, etc. up to x1 minus xn, whole thing into y1, etc. The last term would be x minus x0, x minus x1, etc. up to x minus xn minus 1, the whole divided by xn minus x0, xn minus x1, etc. up to xn minus 1, the whole thing into yn. The process of predicting the value of x for a given value of y is called as inverse interpolation. So Lagrange's inverse interpolation is obtained by just replacing x by y from the above equation. So if we replace x by y and y by x in the above formula for Lagrange's interpolation, we get the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula, which is as below. X of y is equal to y minus y1, y minus y2, etc. y minus yn, the whole divided by y0 minus y1, y0 minus y2, etc. up to y0 minus yn into x0, etc. The last term would be y minus y0, y minus y1, etc. y minus yn minus 1, the whole divided by yn minus y0, yn minus y1, etc. up to yn minus 1, whole thing into xn. So in today's class, we'll be working problems on Lagrange's interpolation and inverse interpolation formula. Firstly, use Lagrange's interpolation formula to find y at x is equal to 10. So here x is equal to 10 is the point of interpolation. Given the set of values of x and y, firstly we denote x values as respectively x0, x1, x2, x3. Observe that the values of x are at unequal intervals of x values. The respective values of y are denoted by y0, y1, y2 and y3. We write down the Lagrange interpolation formula for 4 sets of data. So we have 4 sets of data. So multiplier in the numerator becomes x minus x1, x minus x2, x minus x3, the whole divided by x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, x0 minus x3 into y0. Similarly, second term, x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus x3, x1 was skipped in the second term. So each of the denominator should be subtracted from x1. So x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3, the whole thing into y1. Similarly, the next 2 terms of the formula is being written. We observe that while writing the formula, we are respectively skipping one term of x in the numerator, and the same term should be subtracted from in the denominators. So first term, we observe x0 was skipping, so x0 is being subtracted from each of the denominators. Similarly, second term, x1 is being skipped in the numerator, so each of the denominators should be subtracted from x1. Third term, x2 is skipping from the numerator, so each of the denominators should be subtracted from x2. And last term, each of every term in the numerator, x3 is missing, so each and every term in the denominator should be subtracted from x3. So that's how the easy way of remembering the formula. Now x is equal to 10 is the point of interpolation. So substituting x is equal to 10, we obtain f of 10. Our aim is to obtain f of 10, that is to find the value of y at x is equal to 10. Substitute all the values x, x1, x2, x3. Similarly, denominator x0 and the multiplier y0 is equal to 12, y1 is equal to 13, y2 is equal to 14, and y3 respectively is equal to 16. So the next step, what you are seeing is nothing but the substitution of all the values x1, x2, x3 and x0 in the denominator. Every time make sure that you are writing x value is equal to 10. So each and every term in the numerator is subtracted from 10 because x is equal to 10 is the point of interpolation. So point of interpolation is that particular value of x at which we are finding y. So evaluating these terms using a calculator, we get the first term evaluates to 2, the second entire term evaluates to minus 13 by 3, third term evaluates to plus 35 by 3, and lastly the fourth term evaluates to 16 by 3. The sum approximately is equal to 14.6667. So we round off our answer to true decimal for convenient. So we obtained f of 10 is approximately 14.67. We'll see another problem based on inverse Lagrange interpolation formula. So the question says, apply Lagrange's formula inversely to find a root of the equation f of x is equal to 0, given that f of 30 is equal to minus 30, f of 34 is equal to minus 13, f of 38 is equal to 3, and f of 42 is equal to 18. Now each of these expressions are in the form f of x is equal to y. So we have x values within these brackets given. We'll denote them respectively by x0, x1, x2 is equal to 38 and respectively x3 is equal to 42. We again observe that the respective values of y are minus 30. So y0 is equal to minus 30. Y1 is equal to minus 13. Y2 is equal to 3. And y4 is equal to 18. Observing the values of x, they are at equidistant values. Still, Lagrange interpolation formula is applicable. And to find the inverse Lagrange interpolation formula, this is the only method wherein we use in numericals to obtain the value of x when y is known to us. So here it is given that f of x is equal to 0. So f of x is equal to 0 implies to us y value is equal to 0. So our aim is to find the value of x such that y is equal to 0. So first we'll write down the Lagrange inverse interpolation formula, which is given by x of y is equal to y minus y1 into y minus y2 into y minus y3. Y0 was kept in the numerator, so each of the denominator should be subtracted from y0. So y0 minus y1, y0 minus y2, y0 minus y3, the whole thing into x0 plus y minus y0, y minus y2, y minus y3. Y1 is skipped in the numerator, so each of the denominator should be subtracted from y1. So y1 minus y0, y1 minus y2, y1 minus y3, the whole thing into x1. Next term, y minus y0, y minus y1, y minus y3, y2 is skipped in the numerator, so each of the denominator should be subtracted from y2. y2 minus y0, y2 minus y1, y2 minus y3. Multiplier is x2 plus last term skipping y3 in the numerator, so y minus y0, y minus y1, y minus y2, the whole divided by y3 minus y0, y3 minus y1, y3 minus y2 into x3. So this is our formula for inverse Lagrange interpolation. Now our aim is to substitute y is equal to 0 and evaluate Substituting all other values of y1, y2, y3, similarly x0, x1, x2, x3, we will be able to get the answer. So x of 0 will be equal to, substituting y as 0, 0 minus of y1. y1 is minus 13, so minus of minus becomes plus 13. y2 is 3, so 0 minus 3, we get minus 3. Y is 0, so 0 minus y3 is 18, so we get minus 18. Similarly, in the denominator, y0 minus y1, y0 minus y2, y0 minus y3 is being evaluated and substituted. Multiplier x0, x0 is equal to 30 from the given data. So we substitute the remaining values also in the same manner in the second set of expression, third and the fourth term of the expression. And the evaluation of the answer leads to x of 0, that is at y is equal to 0, is approximately 37.2303. Usual consistency in the numericals we take to 4 decimal places. So thus an approximate root of y is equal to or f of x is equal to 0 is 37.2303. Sometimes in Lagrange's interpolation formula, we would be asked to find the interpolating polynomial also. So to evaluate the interpolating polynomial, in each of the formulas, we retain the variable x as it is, and we will try to obtain the polynomial in terms of x, that is f of x. Thank you for watching.